What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a great one out there today. I'm super excited to be bringing you today's video about Keystone Network. We're going to be going through a little bit of basic info that hopefully won't bore you too much about the project, and then we're going to be talking about the actual Keystone node itself, which I do have one of myself. I'm going to be showing you one that I'm actually thinking about purchasing off the floor in just a moment, as well as the production node, how to very simply get them set up utilizing Beam Network, AVAX Subnet, and Ethereum. So NFTs, along with altcoins and really just the broader markets in cryptocurrency, have been taking a massive hit over the last 6 months to 1 year, and we know that really there are only a few projects within the NFT realm itself that I think are really due for a comeback or continue on the rise once we continue entering further into really what I want to say it's like the start of the bull run still. I think we're going to get more movement from BTC, altcoins are going to come, and then NFTs, being really the most speculative asset in the space because they are just a bit newer, are probably going to be the late movers there. So really what I'm here to do is look for these special niche groups of NFTs that I think are really going to have an absolute boom, because often in these cases, if you can pick the right NFTs, they can actually be a lot more lucrative from my own personal experience than even investing in some top tier microcap altcoins. Now, if you've got any questions at all about today's video, feel free to leave the comments just down below. I will get back to you on there. And I do also have a free Telegram calls group where you can get in touch with me directly on there as well. And all of the links for Keystone Network and everything affiliated with it will be at the very top of the description of this video, and I will also pin the comment at the very top so you can't miss it. Now, this is blur.io here, folks. Now, you will be able to purchase these NFTs using Ethereum directly. As we can see here, we have got an approximate last sale floor price here around 0.06 Ethereum. And for those of you that don't really know what the price of ETH is these days, well, I don't blame you, because the markets just haven't been that exciting. I think it's pretty obvious. But 0.05 Ethereum, which is actually a top bid for these NFTs, which basically means this is what someone is prepared to actually pay right now should the seller of these particular NFTs wish to sell at that price. So it's only a little bit under that last sale price. It's at 0.05 Ethereum, which is roughly 132 USD and 9 cents at the making of this video. So I don't know about you, but for a 10K collection, 132 US dollars for what I feel is very much an undervalued NFT project with some really cool PFP artwork here, I think is possibly quite undervalued. You can also see here the 7-day volume is at 8.39 Ethereum, which is very big for this project that really just hasn't got a heck of a lot of exposure at the moment. So yeah, as I said, guys, to purchase this, easiest way is just get set up with your MetaMask wallet, Ethereum chain, chuck some Ethereum on there, a little bit for gas as well as the actual 0.06 Ethereum required to buy, then go ahead and pick one up. They can also be purchased on OpenSea as well. Now, before we move on, I just want to show you the guy that I really like. He's got a pretty cool haircut. It kind of reminds me of the Guile Street Fighter from Street Fighter 2 back on Super Nintendo in the 90s. Not sure how many people are familiar with Guile, but I think probably around 90% plus are, because I think it's a pretty male-dominated audience for now, talking crypto. So got a rarity ranking as well, pretty low, 2645, assuming that's the sort of the top 30% within the top 30% of rarity within this collection. And yeah, guys, I don't know, art's obviously subjective, but I don't know, I'm kind of liking the beaver vibe, I'm liking the katana, and the body is quite clean with like what seems to be like the aviator glasses and that cool kind of like little beastly necklace there. Pretty cool, the dog tags. Now, this is the actual homepage, guys, for Keystone.network. So you've got your options up the top, very clean, very crisp website, easy to navigate through, which I really do like. Not a lot of websites in crypto are like that these days. They try to be a little bit too fancy, which I don't really appreciate myself. Up the top, it's clear. You've got a few options here. Buy a Keystone node NFT, buy a seed and create pass, or you've got the node portal here. Now, as I mentioned to you at the start, I already have my actual NFT, my cool little beaver. So what you want to really do is go ahead into the node portal, connect it up, and actually get it working for us. Get your beavers to work, gnawing away to earn your vesting and block rewards. If any guys out there don't know what gnawing means, I'm pretty sure it just means like biting or nibbling on something, like gnawing on a bit of wood or maybe a bit of cheese or food or something like that. Now, it's going to give you an option to go ahead and connect your MetaMask wallet. Now, what's also really cool is that from the actual node portal here, you can very easily and efficiently go over to the bridge section by pressing the bridge button at the top right hand corner of screen. Watch as I do so, it literally takes me straight there and I can do all the bridging that I need to do. Extremely efficient. Alright guys, so there's a couple of things we do need to do here on the Beam bridge. Now, the first thing we need to do is send 5 USDC over from Ethereum chain over to Beam chain. Now, we're going to be using that 5 USDC to help us activate the Keystone node. Then after that, we've got some seed-in, 500 seed-in to be specific. Now I did acquire that using the swap section here on Ethereum here a bit earlier. And we're going to essentially escrow that seed-in after we bridge it also over to Beam Chain to seed-in. All right, so we're gonna do the USDC $5 worth from Ethereum chain to Beam. It's set in there now. We're gonna go ahead and hit transfer. Just verify all those transactions on MetaMask and then away she goes. All right, folks, so same as the NFT, I've already pre-purchased my seed-in using the swap and actually use Ethereum to swap for that 500 seed-in. Now you're gonna need enough Ethereum, make sure you got enough for gas as well, can be around $5 to $10 possibly to bridge, and then maybe like a couple dollars to do a swap. So just make sure you've got enough, have that on your MetaMask ready to go. Then once you've actually gone ahead and acquired your 500 CDN, we're gonna come over here. Now again, all the links will be at the very top of the description, guys, so you can get this, but this is app.seedin.network. Now as you can see, we're about to bridge CDN. I've already hit the max button here on my Ethereum chain for the 500 CDN. It's on Beam, that's where we're gonna receive it. We're gonna go ahead and hit bridge. The estimated time is gonna be 5 minutes now. It might not show for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, it's possible, okay? So don't worry if the CDN doesn't show up in your actual UI dashboard right away. Just give it 15 minutes and then it should show up. Verify all the MetaMask transactions as per normal, and that should be all done. Alrighty folks, so while we're waiting for all those funds to arrive over on the bridge and go through a little bit how the node's looking and how it's working after we've actually run it, we're gonna just quickly have a look at how to run a node first on the node portal guide. Alright guys, so this is gonna be a big question. So how much extra CDN will I receive for putting my Beaver to work? I know that's what everyone really wants to know at the end of the day, but look, let me just take a moment to tell you guys, take a moment to holistically understand the entirety of whatever node project you are investing in, because it's going to enable you to continue investing, spending time on the right projects, okay? Thankfully for you guys, I've done that for you today because I am a believer in this project, but you should still take the time to go ahead and do it if you're going to invest, and make sure you are also satisfied yourself, guys. So don't just always worry and focus on the earnings, okay? Yeah, of course, they're very important and that's why we do it, no doubt, but learn about the project, guys, if you're getting involved. So you will mine a share of the 513.69 CDN Keystone block rewards produced every hour. Your share is divided by the number of other miners on the network. For example, if there are 10 Beaver NFT Keystone nodes mining, each Beaver will receive 51.36 CDN. So of course, the more Beavers that are online being utilized, okay, on that UI, actually mining that CDN, the less you are theoretically going to earn there. Then as for the production nodes, guys, why should I run one? Production nodes mine a share of the 4623.28 CDN production node block rewards produced every hour. Your share is divided by the number of other production node miners on the network. Again, same thing, guys. For example, if there are 10 production nodes mining, each node will receive 462.32 CDN per hour. So it's the same thing, guys. The more production nodes in use, the less you are theoretically going to earn. Now, you might think that's just purely a negative thing because, okay, I'm earning less of the token. And yes, I agree. It is better to get in early, but it's not good to get in early if there isn't then that continued adoption to eventually more people buying more of these nodes, more people buying more of these NFTs and getting them working, getting them earning, okay, utilizing them on that UI, because the entirety of the project, the decentralization, it's going to collapse, it's going to die if we don't get more volume. Essentially, what we need for this kind of economy to grow is liquidity in the space. People spending, people trading, swapping, buying, creating those fees, okay, on the marketplace, which eventually will all roll back into the project. So we want more people getting involved, okay, in a nutshell. We want more people running production nodes. We want more people owning, swapping the NFTs for the overall integrity of that CDN token and the health of that token and that price of the project going forward. All right, folks, so we're back on Blur. We're about to activate the Keystone node, and then we're going to go ahead and do the production node. It's a super easy process, and I love how good the UI is. So just so you can have a quick look here, guys, this is my little fella here, Keystone NFT node number 1822, this cute little beaver. Okay, he's got a nice little wooden trait. His rarity there is at 10%. He's also got the legend hat as well as the cage. As you can see here under key nodes here, guys, the wooden trait comes up here, okay? There's also a slot for the cyborg, zombie, gold, or diamond, as well as the beaver slot up the front. Now we're going top left, clicking on Keystone NFT nodes. Then from there, we just need to scroll down the page if you're on PC there. Then what you need to do is actually select the node here. So this little circle here, I'm going to highlight that, and that pay fees button should turn green. I'm going to click on that. I've got USDC available 30. It only requires 5 USDC to do it. So very, very cheap. And it's nice how it gives you the payment after of how much available balance you have left, 25 USDC. So we're going to go ahead and pay those fees. You're going to get your MetaMask transaction top right of screen. So you just got to make sure you're on the right network and that you process those gas fees through just the same as any old other time. And as we can see here now, total mining, folks, we got 1 from 1. So awesome. That Keystone node is working for me. Folks, so we're now in production node. So what we've got to do is actually mint the node. Bottom right of screen, we've got an escrow 500 CDN. I've already got the CDN, as you know. We're going to go ahead and click the nodes, mint nodes, pending transaction, go through the MetaMask transactions again. That one there costs 0.169517 beam to do, so bugger all. And one production node minted successfully, top left of screen with the green tick. Fantastic. So now that we've minted the actual node there, we're going to go ahead and actually pay the fees on this one. All right, so as we can see, we've got a couple here. So we're going to go ahead and do one, okay, because I've only got enough fees in USDC just to do the one. So we're going to go ahead, pay the fees. It's 15 USDC required. I've got the 25 available, so we'll get one working and then we'll do the other one another time. Same thing, guys, you just got to allow your spending caps, approve the gas fees, make sure you're on the right chain. All right, guys, so production fees paid successfully. That is now active as well, and I will do the other one later on. All right, guys, so also we've got some other mining assets here which I want to take a look at as well, which is really, really interesting, similar to how Gala Games do it, okay, for a few of the different games and projects going on here. So we've got the options for RST here, okay, so I've got a little bit accumulated in there at the moment, available RST 116.72, which is pretty cool to see for Rainy Studios token. Then we also got a bit of beam there, $1.11 at 58.52 beam, which I can also take out there too. Got some evolvingforest.io, which haven't accrued any there, as well as rocket monsters. So I do believe as the Seeding network expands and grows, there will be new games and new available tokens to potentially mine through those previous nodes which we showed you, which is very exciting, especially if a lot of these games do end up really taking off in the future. Alrighty, folks, so that's all for today's video talking about the Seeding network, folks. This is one project that I think is extremely, very much in bold, underlined, strike through, everything else, undervalued, guys. It's an extremely undervalued project. It involves NFTs. It gives me a bit of a Gala vibe. Now, we remember Gala in its early days. Not many people were talking about it. A lot of people were calling it a scam. Well, you know what Gala ended up doing? Well, if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know how I always go on about how Gala went ahead and just did a bang, 1000x, just like that. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to do that exactly necessarily, but definitely based on what they have going on, the authenticity in the project, I think the quality and the standard of the website and everything like that, it all just looks really good, operates really smooth. I love the integration with the two different types of NFTs. I will be honest, you know, I think when people come and have a look at the UI at first, there is a lot going on, but it doesn't necessarily matter, but it just takes a little bit longer to kind of understand than your standard altcoin or your standard meme coin, okay? Meme coin's pretty understand. This node infrastructure, everything else, the blockchain gaming side of things, the nodes, you know, for any project that's in this space, it is going to take a bit of time to just get a bit more of an understanding. But within that complexity, there is a lot of simplicity in how they have managed to do it. And it is actually very, very streamlined. So I'm bullish on this one, guys. I'm bullish overall on the Seeding network, the nodes, the Keystone nodes, the production nodes. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some continued videos about this, just tracking the earnings, seeing how the project's going, especially given what part of the actual market we are in right now. Okay, BTC, you get around, I think 64, 65, maybe even positive 65K at the moment. So looking good, guys. I think crypto's heading in the right direction with the election coming up. Despite whatever which way that goes, guys, I think, you know, it's not going to matter. I think crypto is going to continue eventually moving forward in the right direction. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Comment what you thought about it, and yeah, guys, make sure you go check out Seeding network. Go ahead and pick up a Keystone node. Again, the link for the Keystone nodes, the link for Seeding, everything you need will be at the top of the description of this video. So hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.